Guys, how's it going? I want to do a quick video today about opiates, the dangers and stuff like that, and if they work. I have hidradenitis, as most of you know, but if not, I have that disease. It's a rare disease. It's painful. It's actually the 6th most painful disease. I've been taking opiates about a year and a half, and everything is fine. Obviously, they are very dangerous, and there's deaths, 20 deaths a day from these things. But if you don't abuse them, you use them correctly as prescribed, you will be okay. So there's nothing to worry about. I mean, if you're scared about starting them and you're trying to read all the crap online, everything you read online is horrible. They make it sound like a death sentence, and it's not. These things work. They're made for a reason, and the pain we have, Advil, Tylenol, and that kind of stuff's not going to work for it. You'd have to take 100 at a time. Myself, I take 20 milligrams every 6 hours, and that's what I'm prescribed, and that's all I take. Even if the pain is worse and you want to take that other one, you can't do it. Just don't do it. That's when it gets dangerous, especially if you have an addictive personality. You take the extra one today, maybe 2 tomorrow, then you're taking 300 milligrams a day, and that's not going to be good. So if you take them as prescribed, you're not an addict. I'm not an addict. My body physically needs them now, yes, but I'm not an addict. I'm dependent, but I'm dependent because I have an illness. I have pain. Before my pain got so bad, I never even knew about Percocets. It was actually recommended to me by a doctor after we tried other things like Vicodin and these lower things that really didn't do much for me. But the Percocet works. So if you have HS specifically, try it. You have to try it. I'm telling you, man, it's like a miracle. Even on my most painful, horrendous days, if you take 2 of those, not 2, if you take 1 of those, as prescribed, mine started different. I started on 10 milligrams 5 times a day. Now I'm on 20 milligrams 3 times a day, every 6 hours or 8 hours, depending how I'm feeling, but it's working. My pain is minimal. On the times when there is tons of inflammation as well, like swollen lymph nodes or whatnot, I will take an 800 milligram Advil with it. But you can't take too many of those per day. You don't want to get liver damage. So if you're going to do the Advil, make sure you don't take them within 6 hours of each other. But for the opiates, be safe, do the right thing. Don't take alcohol with it, obviously, or you're going to get wasted. And it becomes more addicting because when you first start taking opiates, you're actually going to get high a little bit. Not like, crazy high, but you're going to feel like, oh, well, I feel pretty good. This is great. That's going to go away after a month or so. And that's when you think, oh, man, is this still working for the pain or not? And it is. It really is. So don't let the highness factor part trick you into thinking you need more when you don't feel that. That's where I think a lot of people get into trouble. Another thing, these things are almost friggin' impossible to get. Give you a quick story. I've been on them at this time for a year. My doctor decides to retire. They bring in a new doctor. Guy was a jerk, man. He's like, I don't prescribe pain pills, sorry. What are you talking about? I've been on these for a year. We got this plan and it's working. He's like, well, if you weren't a fat ass, you wouldn't be in pain. Swear to God, that's what he said. No joke. I did file tons of complaints against this idiot. I said, no, if I didn't have HS, I wouldn't be in pain. And so anyway, what these idiots did, they sent me to these pain clinics, which is, it's not near my house. It's 50 miles away. So, I got to do a 100-mile round trip and pay $30 for these pills that I was getting for free, literally 0 co-payment for a year. So anyways, after all my complaints and this and that, they bring in another doctor, and he's cool. He takes care of what I need. So I don't need to go to that crappy clinic, and all that stuff. But the point is, I could seriously probably get heroin, a machine gun, crack, whatever, 20 times easier. I could probably get that within the hour. To try to get pain pills for a disease I'm suffering with, could be dying from, I gotta beg. which is ridiculous. You know, that's the new laws, and that's, you know, pretty much everywhere because of the abuse, because of these filthy, dirty pain clinics, especially down in Florida. There's more pain clinics in Florida than there is the rest of the country, and they're all run by drug dealers, basically. They don't give a crap about the medical part of it. They just want to push these pills. You know, I take a 20 milligram pill. These pills are worth $1 a milligram. So there's people that might get 100 prescribed to them a month. They're selling them on the street, you know, making a ton of money, which ruins it for all of us, for everybody in pain. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. And the part that really makes no sense is I can go down to the corner liquor store, buy any alcohol, any beer, whatever, and get wasted. Doesn't matter. They still sell it, you know. But when I need, you know, medicine for pain, for an illness I can barely function from, I gotta beg. Like I said, right now things are okay for me. My doctor is going through another transition. The one I have now is getting ready to retire. So hopefully if they bring in a new one, you know, I don't have to go through these hoops again, because, you know, at the end of the month, you got a couple left. It's scary, because if they tell you no, you're physically addicted to these things. So if you got to wait 1, 2, 3 days, it's like heroin withdrawals. It's the same thing. And that's another thing. The heroin epidemic in this country it's huge, man. It's crazy big. I know a lot of people, very good friend of mine is fighting it. And sick people like myself say their doctors turn them down and they can't get more, and they send you to the pain clinic. And say you go to the pain clinic and you smoked marijuana for pain in the last month or whatever. Even here in Arizona, where it's legal, you can't have both, so they'll turn you down. So all of a sudden you're going through massive withdrawals. That's when people turn to heroin. You know, they're all worried about this heroin epidemic, blah, blah, blah. They're causing half of it by turning people away from the medicine that they deserve. And I understand there is a lot of abuse. When I go to the pain clinic, you know, there's a line of 50 people saying their back hurts, which a lot of those people are lying. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it, which it sucks for us. Thing about people with hidradenitis like myself is you can actually see the disease. It's on the outside of our skin, and this and that. You'll see if you look at my videos. So when I went to the pain clinic, you know, I have a bunch of tattoos and stuff like that. So at first they look at me like I'm a drug addict or I'm going to sell this stuff or whatever, which really drives me crazy. But then I show them, here, look at this, you know, look at my butt, look at my armpit, look at my videos on YouTube, which I make sure they do. When I go to any doctor's office, I bring my iPhone, here, watch this. Before you tell me I'm not in pain or I need them, watch this, then tell me. Okay, I'm gonna wind this down now, so I'm starting to get pissed off because this really bothers me. But just, if you are looking for an outlet for your pain, for your HS, ask your doctor for Percocet. Trust me, it'll work. Go to my Facebook, HS Help Now. HS Help Now, just search it. Email me directly. I'm the only one that runs the site, so send me a message. I'll be happy to answer anything you have. If you want to talk about HS, how to deal with the pain, or any of it, anything about HS, message me. I get tons of messages every day, and I love it. Thank you, guys. But yeah, talk to your doctors, or your doctor might be leery at first. Bring your iPhone, show them my videos, show them, you know, the butt, the pus, the blood, and all that, and show them this video. How can they question it? They can't. Another thing is, you know, if you end up getting them, once in a while, a pain clinic might contact you halfway through the month, say, oh, okay, come on in, show me how many pills you have. They'll do a pill count, which is a good thing. I wish they would do it to me every day. That way they could see I'm not abusing these stupid things and they leave me alone and just let things lie. But anyway, thanks again, guys. Please subscribe and share. Please subscribe. It makes things great. I'm trying to spread the word. And if subscribe and share really, really helps. And also go to the Facebook. It's a great community with people with HS and without HS that want to learn about it. All right, guys. Thanks again. Have a great day.